1909 Argentine Sporter Mauser. First shots. Let's see how this thing does. Good load, smooth. Woo! Jeez, on Pete's. This is not a 22. Let's reel it in. Not bad. No keyholes. It seems to be going pretty good. Greetings, folks. To it proper here, bringing you yet another in my series. And folks, you know how I like those surplus guns, and you know how much I like cheap. There is no doubt about it. Let's not wait. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1909 Argentine Mauser. So here it is, folks, the 1909 Argentine Mauser, or as it says over here, right about right here, it says Mauser Modelo Argentino 1909. You're not going to be able to read that from this angle, but I took a picture of it so that you could see what it looks like. And over here, as you can see, they made these in Berlin for Argentina. It says Deutsche Waffen und Munitionsfabriken Berlin, right? I don't know if I said that right because I don't speak Australian, but they made these for Argentina. And this is a 1910. Now I did manage to date this Mauser, and as you can see by that slip I have up on the screen, my only option is the red circles, which covers the D serial number that this thing has, which, by the way, all the serial numbers match, okay? They all match. That's a good thing. And mine begins with D, and that puts it at 1910. So this is a 1910, unless, of course, somebody knows different. Now, if you know anything different about how to date these Argentine Mausers, or if you've got a more solid piece of information, please let me know. But this slip that I had up on the screen seems to be what people are using for the purpose of dating their Mausers. So anyway, I don't even care. This is a freaking awesome rifle to have for the money, right? This was under $250. A surplus weapon, a very solid tank of a weapon this thing is, and it's a good sporting kind of shooting piece to have. 30-06, which brings me to telling you that this was originally chambered in 7.65 by 5.3 Argentine, and what they did in Argentina later on was that they reamed the chambers to chamber 30-06, and bingo, you've got an instant sporter. In addition to cutting off part of the stock and making that smaller too. So that's what makes this a sporter. So that's what they did. This was originally 7.65 by 5.3 Argentine, but it was made 30-06, and I'm glad that they did that because here's 30-06. It's a much more accessible round than the Argentine. Now this has, and I'm not sure that you can see it from the angle that you're watching this, but this has a lot of the crests and it has the proof marks, the serial numbers, the little doodads all over the place. But this is a pretty worn, pretty aged gun, and I'm going to be going over this so that most everything looks shiny and nice, probably like back here, you know, how it looks up here. I'm going to get it so that we can read these crests and see these proof marks and stuff. So that's going to take a while without having to grind off any of the writing that's on this thing. Right here is where it says Mauser Modelo Argentino 1909, and right here is where it has that German writing from Berlin. So pretty soon, hopefully, I'll have this done so that you can read these and actually see the crest and everything like that. Make the gun a little bit more beautiful, as well as I'm going to be going over this wood furniture with lemon oil. And then from that point forward, I'll decide whether or not I'm going to refinish this gun. But this is pretty much the condition I got it with the exceptions of I cleaned out the bolt and I cleaned the barrel. Folks, boy, that barrel was really, really dirty, as a matter of fact. It took probably 20-25 cloths going through this barrel until it came up clean. And then I ran a bore snake through it and all that other stuff. And I can actually see the rifling. Everything looks good in there. And the bolt is a very smooth working bolt. As you can see, it comes all the way back. This is a straight back bolt design. And to return your bolt to the forward position again, you just have to push down on the magazine right here and slide this forward. And it's very smooth working. So very good. I got a good bolt. Thank God I got a good bolt. And again, all the serial numbers match. And to take the bolt off, you bring it all the way back to the rear position, and then there's this lever right here. You can see how that swings, right? Just pull that out. Pulling this lever out enables you to pull it all the way out. Then just return it, push in your magazine, disco, and you're back in business. Which brings me to the trigger. By the way, this is the safety. So to put it in safe, you gotta push hard to get it over that very hard detent. Swing that over just like that. Right? Disables the trigger. Bring it back in the position in order to pull the trigger. Now, this trigger is kind of interesting. It's got some take up. See that? All right. So there's that bit of take up right there. You hit a definite wall, and then it's about a 6-pound trigger pull. All right, let me bring this up close so you can get a look at that trigger pull. All right. So there's that take up, just a little bit of take up right here. Right, as you can see. And then one more time. Up close. Not bad. I'm looking forward to cleaning this thing up and getting it into condition where I can actually show you all its proof marks and stuff like that. But for now, I had to show you the pictures from angles that I could actually know that you could see. So I'm pretty glad that they rechambered this in 30-06 because that is more accessible. You can get those at Walmart. Here's a 30-06, which I got at Walmart. And to give you some perspective, that's no wussy round right there. That's pretty big.
So you don't shoot deer with a bullet that size. If you do, you could cook it at the same time.
And to give you some perspective, here is a .223 Remington from the AR-15, right? The scourge of the gun world. The one that can, well, tell them, Jesse.
You know that these weapons can shoot down airplanes. They can blow up railroads.
And then, for more comparison, here is the 7.62 by 5.4R for dessert, right? A little bit smaller there. You see that? Now I'll flash the ballistics up on the screen, and I'll get the ballistics strictly from Wikipedia. And I know that there's different loadings and everything like that, you know, so there's going to be no room for disputes or arguments or actually this or actually that, because, you know, I'm just getting it from one source just to give you some idea of the ballistics of each of those rounds. But this rifle is definitely fun to shoot that 30-06 round through. But let's look at the other side here. Let's look at it from a bunch of different angles here for you. Here we go back here. You can see right here that it says Cal 30-06. The Argentinians did that definitely. And there's other proof marks all over the place, as well as the serial numbers, which again all match. I'm looking forward to cleaning this thing up and so that you could see it in its finished state. But for now, go ahead and enjoy the shooting footage. But before I do, thanks for watching. I'm Too Improper. My email address is scrolling across the bottom of the screen as we speak right now, tooimproper@gmail.com. Write or leave a comment on this as long as you're being polite and I've got the time. And also check out Tattoo Cat, that's TAT2KAT@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, folks, and stay tuned for the shooting footage. God bless America, and keep on protecting your families and yourselves, your flag, and your country's honor. It's the patriotic thing to do, and it is the right thing to do. Okay, the next shot's with the Argentine Mauser. I'm aiming for that centermost little circle between those two lines over there. So the top little circle. And I've got terrible eyes, so let's see how I do anyway. Because this is so fun. Let's see what we got here. I'm a right-handed pistol shooter, a left-handed rifle shooter, so. Okay. All 5 rounds went in here, except this one right here. I flinched. These things kick pretty good, so I flinched, and that was the result right there. So, not bad. It's like the Mosin Nagant rifles, or lots of rifles actually. You can load the rifle from the top here. This does have a 5-round capacity right in here, and then you load it like this, right? Push it in. It's kind of like loading an AR mag, and you got to make sure that your rounds are seated all the way to the back. Otherwise, you may end up with a jammed load. So, so far so good with this. Let's see if I loaded these right. But here we go. And another thing about this rifle too is that your return on this, this is a straight back bolt, so you got to make sure your hand's not here when you're doing it, especially if you're a left-handed rifle, right-handed pistol shooter, so you don't rack up your hands too bad with this thing. So when you're racking it, you got to keep your hands down like this to make sure you don't rack over top of them. That is potent. Jeez, oh pizza! Okay, so that lasted with the Mauser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. Okay, that's not too bad considering I wasn't really taking my time and breathing with my shots or anything like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm satisfied with the accuracy, so there we go. Okay, here we go. I don't have any tripods or anything to set this thing up on, so we're just gonna stand up 15 yards right into this range. Wish me luck. I have no idea where that hit. I can't even see it. Last shot. So, not bad. That was 15 yards. 3 of them fell in here. I think this is the 4th one or something, but yeah, you know. Okay, here we go. 2 in proper style, 2-gun competition. Clear. All these shots here, they were me. All these out here, well, those are somebody else.